Today's matchup, we're up against Living End, a traditionally good matchup for Mill, but my opponent's doing something a little bit different. So we're playing our own Taplands, we're doing the whole Shelldock shenanigan, but our opponent's doing something interesting too. They're playing some hedge maze. The new Surveil Lands coming in, they're searchable, so especially in the early game when they're really tapped out on turn 1 and 2, this can be a cool way to just put a card into a graveyard. So instead of cycling, it could be some extra reach. If you don't have a cycler, you could just put the top card away if you don't need it. So it's a really interesting strat. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think this is a good direction for Living End players to go. Maybe some extra reach, and hope you enjoy the games. Real Ulysses. Let's see what's going on here in the game log. Begin with 7. Yeah, we can't keep this one. This hand does this hand's a little better. So we'll keep this. I think it's got to be a land, right? Gotta drop Shelldock. They're not. I don't think so. Maybe it's drown. I need drown. I can't even enable drown efficiently. Okay, we're dropping Fractured Sanity. It might not be the call, but trying to enable it all here. Just confirm the land drop. Hopefully we can just survive off the crabs going. Let's make it happen. What? So, okay. The new Surveil Lands. What deck wants to play this? What deck wants this? You didn't even surveil. Yo, okay, all right. That's fine. We're gonna play Shelldock Isle and just tell the whole world what we're doing, because that's the idea here. He'll do the Shelldock Isle triggers. We will put, yeah, thank God we did. Okay, so we will put a, I don't know. I'm gonna put an archive trap in there. If this is some type of low to the ground deck, I'll regret not putting Tasha's in there, and that's it. Look, Thoughtseize bug. We got the Fractured Sanity pay. It's not a Thoughtseize bug, but you get what I'm saying. Those of you just modern players of story, you know what I'm saying. Okay. Anyway, no. What is going on? What is my opponent doing? Well, they're not reanimating it, so I'm just getting grief once. Oh, this is just Living End. What? No, I'm gonna lose my drown. No. Okay, you take the drown. What do I do here? I have to mill them, I think. Yeah, just being on the draw here just like limits me so hard. Okay, I'm not gonna mill them at all here. I'm just gonna play out my cards and just hope they don't have much to bring back, I think. Like, here's the plan. Like, here, let's do this. Let's do this and just pass the turn. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, gotta force them to have it. Right, next turn what I can do is I can mill them for 28 cards. 28 cards. That's got to be good enough, and then I can archive trap for 13 or something. I don't know. It's got to be good enough. Can they tutor for the last land? All right, okay, show me the Living End. There's not much I was doing here anyway. Just definitely one of those matchups where you just got to go game 2. Game 2, game 3, you got it solved. So they have the land that they need. Yeah, especially these days, like, you're just, these decks just aren't mill decks anyway. A lot of them just aren't playing surgical main board. If you are, this matchup, you're gonna slap it. But let's see if this is gonna be a long grinder or just a quick one. I gotta force them to have it, right? It's just one of those things. So they have the red source they need, and let me see them. Let me see the magic. One more. Playing this in Living End is crazy though. I get the sentiment, I guess, but they didn't surveil away. I don't know. Like, we're not playing force negation. You just go. Don't play around force. You have to force me to have it. That's what force negation does for you. So I mean, come on, opponent, you have to have it, right? They grabbed a steam vents with this. What did they grab? Yeah, they revealed the steam, so that's what they're playing. I don't know what our opponent's trying to do right now. Architect's Will discarded. I'm happy to play into this. Essentially, it's just like I'm only playing out these crabs, just saying like if you don't have it, you don't have it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna mill you, right? And then on there on tap, I can maybe get an archive trap off. That's the idea. Okay. All right, you're getting milled. Right? That's the plan. You're getting milled. I could have Field of Ruined here. That's one thing to think about. Yeah, if you're just gonna do this now, then see, I have no way to interact. We're just gonna concede. I guess I could have. Oh yeah, draw for a spell pierce. Whatever. Whatever. I don't think we need disputes here. I think this is just gonna be pretty simple. We're just gonna bring these cards in. Sorry, Soul Guide Lantern goes back. So we're just gonna bring these cards in. So Jace is out, Tasha's out, Fatal Push is out, and then one Visions. That's it. That's how the cookie crumbles. Submit them. That's it. Pretty nice and easy sideboarding. I don't know. There's argument to be said like Fatal Push could go out, but Fatal Push still has value in like kind of that early point in the game where you're still trying to find pieces, right? So I think like we could grind with them, in which case maybe I need the Fatal Pushes, but Fatal Push grabs Grief. It grabs the Curator of Mysteries. There's a lot of things that are Fatal Pushable in this deck, so you know it does come up, but just having a bubble tea, folks. Healthy juices, healthy juices, but we're making it work. I'm hoping to get good use of this. The Mystical Disputes alongside the Ensnaring Bridge in the Murktide matchup, beautiful. Stern Scolding too, actually. I'd probably play Stern Scolding in against the Murktide matchup. You don't get Murktide, but you get Ragavan and DRC, so that's kind of nice there. You also get Ledger Shredder. This hits a lot. This is primarily gonna, like, this is really for the thing matchup, the Yawgmoth matchup, because this counters everything in the deck. This is 1-mana counter everything in the deck. It does, yes, it does counter the Planeswalker because Grist is a 1/1 insect creature in every zone but the battlefield. That means on the stack, Grist is a 1/1 creature, which meets that counter target creature spell requirement here. But I don't know why my opponent's just like kind of thinking out here. Kind of really random, but I don't know. Maybe they're just not a fan of how this mill matchup's gonna go. I could lose. The first game that I lost in this league was against Living End. And we'll say Shelldock did unfortunately get me to stumble. That first game though, in both, so in this game and in that game that I lost, the first game's just, what are you gonna do? You're only playing, you know, this list is only playing 2 Spell Pierces. It's hard to dig for it. We didn't know what we were kind of playing up against. And most of the time, if you're not playing Surgical Extraction, game 1's like usually just a write-off. So like you just don't have enough to like go for or whatever. So let's see what our opponent does. They also play the Surveil Land, which was, they play the Surveil Land and just didn't surveil anything. So I don't know. I guess they were like, they kept a 1-lander and they were like looking for a land or something. I don't know. Whatever. Deck submitted. Let's make it happen. We would love to play first. I don't know if that's enough interaction for me. I think we can. I think I can do better. Yeah, I think I can do better than this. Great. It's gonna have to be this. No, I got them all. Okay, this is gonna have to be better then. Okay, drop the Visions, drop the Archive Trap. Okay. This will have to do. Let's make it happen. This will have to do. Let's go. Let's get out the Ruin Crab. If we get griefed, they pick one of those two, but I have to get the Ruin Crab out to start milling them out. If they don't have the grief, I need to enable the extirpate. So they have the grief, they have the grief. They kept to 7. So, all right, hedge me, surveil me. Just hope I don't get grief. That's really like the hope here. If I do, whatever, it happens. Okay, so big opening here, big opening. Let's play out the Soul Guide Lantern now, right? And then we'll ping that out. All right, look for 3. Okay, fetch shock here. Looking for 3 more. Cannot find a living end right now. Okay, still got the Watery Grave coming in. It's not great, not great. Honestly, I'd settle for Force of Vigor too. Honestly, if I get griefed, I would settle for Force of Vigor. Honestly, I'd probably just hit Force Negation here. If I do get griefed, I think Extirpate grabs. No, I mean Extirpate has to grab a creature, right? I do want to enable my Crypt though. All right, let's see what happens. Probably have Mystical Dispute up. All right. Our game to lose, but still plenty of RNG. Okay, so here we just play out the Shelldock. It's the same type of value. So let's hide away first. Crypt Incursion's kind of nice, although this does seal out the game. If the living end, they're going to have everything out on the field, so I'd rather just have Crypt Incursion like in my deck so that I can find it. Let's mill them for 3. Oh baby, we just can't seem to find it, but I do have the Soul Guide Lantern as a backup, so that's kind of nice there. Okay, fetchy, fetchy, fetch. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. Are these Surveil Lands better? Are these better? Thundering Falls. Fetchable Taplands that Surveil. Okay, Misty into the Yard. So that shows me they have another land. Oh no! They leave one on top and they're going to draw it. Okay. Pass the turn. Alright, draw from here. Opponent may not actually want to go off. Not yet, let's see. What I want them to do... Ooh, everything is a swamp. I'm a big fan. That means you can't put thing on the stack, but that's going to cost 5. That's fine. So you're going to put this on the... You're going to put living end onto the stack first for me. Right? You know, put that onto the stack for me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to exile your graveyard. Right? Living end is going to wipe my crab. But I'm then going to be able to extirpate the living end. Okay. All right, whatever. All right. All right, that's fine. Yeah, not much I'm doing about that. You can get that back. You don't have another Street Wraith. You're dumb. I hate you. Oh, no. I'm getting clocked. I'm getting clocked. Actually getting memed on. Good. Hey, you know what? All right. Good for them. Good for them. I like this. I like this from them. Kind of wondering if I just extirpate now, or do I worry about future living ends hitting me? These are kind of problematic. I will say that. Like, what's more problematic to me right now? This just being higher CMC is genuinely a problem. I don't think I can let these resolve. I think I have to extirpate one of these, and I'm taking this because my path to drown it is a lot less. They have a grief too and a violent outburst next turn. Okay, all right. Yep. Pass right through. We'll get there. We'll find a way. Okay, I'm taking this is good. I rate the plan on their part. Good for them. I rate the plan on their part. Okay. 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 Spell pierce now. Okay. All right. I mean, they might. Yeah, they'll play a land cycle and then Living Enemy here. They can grief. Well, they can grief actually. They can grief me. I hate you. All right, whatever. Take my Spell Pierce. Take my Spell Pierce. Thought maybe they'll want to put an elephant into play. Okay, no ensnaring bridges whatsoever here. I actually should have looked at if they... Okay, play this out. And I just have to hope at this point. I don't have much of a play. Ruin Crab can't even mill me if I wanted to enable my own visions. This Shelldock Isle is so far from being enabled. Well, it's a Fractured Sanity away from being enabled. So I shouldn't say so far, but I can at least profitably block the... I can block this, and then they can cast their Living End if they... Well, they can choose not to. They can just, like, use it if they want. So next turn, I'm dead. Next turn, I'm dead. Okay, that doesn't help. This thing has Menace. I have to double block. I take 6. Feel like I'm getting hit with some bad beats. I did it. You know what? I'll give it to the Living End player. Some good plays. I'll give some good plays to them. But all right, sometimes you gotta lose. I'm trying to run a clinic on this channel of being Living End. You gotta lose to it sometimes. So let me know in the comment section down below if I could have played better. Maybe there was some smarter play, especially in game 1. Definitely there was a situation where like, oh yeah, I could have drawn for a Spell Pierce or something. But all right, cool. Take a loss.